Hello and welcome to our world of entertainment. We can promise you that we do have the best artists and shows in the world. Yes folks, Rain Drain TV is the best thing you will ever see. And people are just dying to join us.
Good evening.
Starway Passover is a city that is home to some of the world's top artists and entertainers. From Stainless Steel Pete, a movie stuntman, to Chlorine Real, one of the top musicians in the world. Over the past few years, many of these stars now have passed away, either through ill health or old age. Many would believe that there was nothing wrong with people passing away. After all, death is a fact of life. However, a few months ago, a local newspaper reporter by the name of Ted Pressman discovered that there was more to the deaths of these entertainers than meets the eye. Ted told us that he was covering the story of the death of a local rock star by the name of Bumnote Michune. Bumnote was one of the main men in one of the world's top bands. He was young and healthy and had his whole life in front of him. And then, out of nowhere, he just suddenly died. Many believe that a few days before his death, he was offered a contract by an international media company, which he refused. The next thing you know, the papers was reporting Bumnote's death. Ted Pressman believes that there is a link between the deaths of the many acts in the Starway Passover area and a major new media company owned by billionaire Trevor Brain. After a number of months of research, Pressman found that 50 top entertainers had died within a period of 6 months. This was about the same time as a new TV and radio company started to come on the scene. And the funny thing about this was that most of the shows being produced seemed to be new material from the so-called dead stars. Ted Pressman believes that the real stars have not died, but they have been replaced with body lookalikes. He believes that the media centre on this island has somehow shipped the real stars to the island of the brain drain and taken control of their minds. Pressman also believes that there's some form of giant brain on the island that sucks out the talent and knowledge of these artists, and then it is used to produce new shows.
Welcome to Brain Drain TV, Chucky boy.
Our first interview is with a Pete Palmy man. Pete told us that he too was offered a contract to work on the Brain Drain Island. Pete recalls that he was approached a few months ago by a brain drain agent. The agent told Pete that if he signed for Brain Drain TV, he would become one of the biggest stars in the world. Pete told us that he did not believe the story for 1 minute. Pete then asked if he did sign and left the land of the living, how would he spend his spare time? The agent then replied, well, we have a barrel on top of the hill with an hole in it. And if you feel lonely, you can go up to the top of the hill and do what a man has to do. Pete then asked whether he could try the barrel out. And of course the agent said, by all means. So that night, Pete went up to the barrel and did what a man has to do. The following morning, the agent asked Pete how he got on. Pete replied that the barrel was really good and that he might give it another go tonight. The agent then said, you can't. So when Pete asked why, the agent replied, well, it's your turn in the barrel tonight. When Pete heard this, he decided he wasn't going to join Brain Drain TV, so he turned and ran. Our second interview is with a magician by the name of the Great Uselessness. Uselessness explained that he was once the world's greatest magician. So he could not understand why he was not asked to join the Brain Drain team. I am the best there's ever been. He told us. I can make anything disappear. Useless went on to tell us that he had a few number of friends that had been asked to join Brain Drain TV, and many of them agreed. However, a few weeks later, his friends that agreed to join the TV company suddenly died. Useless went on to say that he does not know of anybody that has signed for this TV company and has lived to tell the tale. After our interviews, we decided to watch some Brain Drain TV to help give us some idea about what the so-called Channel of Death was all about. Shortly after switching on our TV, we noticed that there was a program that was hosted by our very own Allergy White. We are now going to play you some of the clips from the Allergy White show to give you some idea what this channel is all about.
Hi! This is my measuring tape. Ha! Sexy! I'm just gonna measure how big it is. Now for the technical bit. I haven't got a clue, but it looks good. Whoops! 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 Ha! Whoops! Dee-dee! Ha ha! Would you like to touch my seeds? My little seeds? Just a little touch, just a little touch. Seeds! Hi! If you touch my knob, you'll get Brain Drain TV. I know it's a radio, but it doesn't matter. Come on, you stupid thing, work. It's not working. Bloody waste of time. I'll have to have a listen. Hello? Hello? Anybody in there? Ah, rubbish.
After watching these clips, we knew that Allergy needed our help. So we decided to find out where this island was and try and seek an answer to these crazy stories about the death or reincarnation of these so-called stars. Having located Brain Drain Island on the map, we needed now to visit the island and find out what was going on. At last, we had reached Brain Drain Island. When we anchored ashore, I decided to climb the nearest mountain. This would enable me to view the entire island from the ice point.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Having fallen on my head, I decided to turn round and stand on my feet. As I looked round, all I could see was sand. I was just hoping if I walked in one direction I would come across something. It wasn't long before the security guard come from nowhere to tell me to go back.
Go back, go back. You don't belong here.
I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't going to be told by any puffed up little general what I was going to do. Was I going round in circles? Or did everything look exactly the same? I just couldn't understand what was going on. And then at the corner of my eye, I noticed some wooden house in the middle of nowhere. Was this the main brain drain TV headquarters? I started to walk towards it to find out. Having reached the house, I wanted to know what was inside, so I started to make my way up to the door. And then out of nowhere, that security guard turned up again, telling me that I wasn't allowed in. But I just pushed him back down the stairs. Having made my way through the door, I found myself in one large dark room. "Hello? Can anybody hear me?" I cried out. And then out of nowhere, this so-called brain thing operating a computer come from nowhere and said,
Haha, so you're the famous Chucky boy, the world's leading paranormal investigator. Ha ha ha!
I couldn't believe how stupid this thing was. So I just carried on walking and took no notice. And then out of nowhere, that bloody security guard popped up again.
I'm telling you for the last time, go back.
I wasn't listening to anybody. I was going to carry on and get the answer to what the hell was going on in this place. I was still trapped in this so-called world of darkness as I tried to find my way out. After a short while, I found myself in a large hallway. At the end of the hallway was a large TV screen and images of our very own Allergy White on it.
Well, Chucky boy, here I am. It's me, Allergy. I was a bit upset that you didn't put me on the last bill, so it was time to get me on back. I paid a lot of stars to set you up. Yes, Chucky, It's payback time. Now that we're equal, we can start again. For our next investigation, eh, Chuck? But remember next time, put me in your bloody film. Alright?